Good morning from Sydney, Australia. My name is Paul, and I'm just a passionate guy about our hobby and aquarium fish, whether it be salt or fresh, anything, doesn't matter, I'm into it. Recently I was asked to have a bit more of an input into some of the pages that I'm in. Now, in case you're wondering who I am, I'm the sort of guy who likes to read a lot of the posts and doesn't comment too much, simply because I'm more of a background type of guy. If I see someone that posts something on a page and I think I can help, I try not to get on the page and do it on there. I'll PM the person. I have my reasons for that, and I think it's more effective. And I've certainly met a lot of good people through doing that. Don't know who they are, and I'm happy with that. So, but anyway, I'd like to do this video on the one thing that plagues all of us, all right, and that is nitrate, and how to minimise the amount of nitrates we have in our tank, because it doesn't matter whether you've been in this for 5 days or 50 years, nitrate gets us all, whether it be salt or fresh water. Nitrate is the single biggest killer of fish in this hobby. Now, this video is probably more intended towards the newer people in the hobby, not the older ones. Most of the older guys probably, and girls, sorry, obviously know about nitrates and how to rid them or minimise them. And we all have our different methods. I would like to share with you my methods that have worked. I've spent a lot of time investigating and looking into how to minimise my nitrates and how to get rid of them out of my tank quickly and effectively before it harms any of my very expensive fish. Firstly, for you novice guys, basics. We all know our filters are there to provide a platform for the nitrate cycle. Okay, that's simply turning ammonia quickly and effectively into nitrite, and then into nitrate. But the problem we have is getting rid of our nitrates. Now, if you've got any kind of filter, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it be a sun, canister, hang on, even if you just use plants and algae, it doesn't matter. You have what is called a denitrifying bacteria or aerobic bacteria. Okay, now the aerobic bacteria is what grows on things like bivalves. It grows on the outside of marine pure and Exodus nitrates cubes or blocks. Okay, now the aerobic bacteria, right, is very efficient at turning your ammonia into nitrite. Okay, and I'll do it very effectively, and then ultimately into nitrate. The problem is, aerobic bacteria does not remove nitrate. Now that's a big problem. There's where all the issues actually start, guys. You have to have a way to remove your nitrate. And there's 2 effective ways that I've come across, or I know of, obviously, and that is using filter medium that allows anaerobic bacteria to grow, and or algae. Okay, now obviously the third way and the most effective way is to do a water change. Let's get that out there right now. Doing a water change will eliminate your nitrates, or certainly get rid of most of them quickly and effectively. I don't have time to do do water changes every day like I do in Asia, and I certainly I can barely do 2 a week. But a Saturday or a weekend water change I can do once a week fine. So I've tried to find a way that I can get from the Monday through to the Saturday when I can do my water change without having high nitrates. Now, to prove my point, I am going to do a test on this system here, which is not how to water change for a month. Okay, I purposely did that because I was thinking about doing this video 2 weeks ago, and then obviously this morning a month ago I thought about doing the video, and then 2 weeks ago I was asked again to have some more input, so I left the tanks another 2 weeks. That's 4 weeks. So I'm going to do a nitrate test, and hopefully it's not going to make a dick out of me and show high nitrates, but I am going to do that during this video. But back to what I was saying, the 2 ways I've found, okay? Bivalves do not harbour anaerobic bacteria, get that straight, okay? Carbon doesn't, nothing on the market really does. But 2 products I have found that do a fantastic job, and again guys, before you decide to start chopping me, this is only my experience, and I've tried everything I can get my hands on, but these 2 little suckers here, okay, that's Marine Pure and that's Exodus Nitrates cubes. They do a block as well, like same with Marine Pure. But what this stuff's really good at is growing anaerobic bacteria, which grows right in the middle of the ball, and that is what turns your nitrate into nitrogen gas and allows it to escape through the top of your water column. Okay, same with the little cubes, same with their blocks. These little suckers here have been a lifesaver. They're expensive, but they work, and I'm telling you, they really do work. So that's it. That's on the medium side of it, okay? That has worked. The second thing I use, okay, is a thing called an algae scrubber. All right, incredibly effective. In fact, I think it's the most effective way to remove nitrates from your tank. I don't care what anyone says. The one thing that we all need to remember is that nature, no, I'm not a greenie, please, but nature does provide the answers to everything. I believe that, and algae and plants are the single best way to remove nitrates from the tank, as long as you've got enough of it, of course, and you've got the right setup. It will remove nitrates. Now, I'm not going to show you my algae scrubber right now. I do have a YouTube channel if you'd like to go and have a quick look at it. You don't have to subscribe, just have a nosy. It goes through everything I've got in here and the processes I've gone through to make them. It's just Real McCoy's discus, and yeah, you can go and see all my stuff on there. But algae scrubbers, guys, you need to start looking into them, because algae will remove nitrate like you wouldn't believe. All right, I've got a large algae scrubber on this system that I'm going to do this test on, and I've also got obviously a lot of Marine Pure and the Exodus cubes and blocks in there. Now with that, I have zero nitrates. All right, guys, zero nitrates. Just remember, aerobic bacteria is for ammonia to nitrate. Anaerobic takes the nitrate, turns it into nitrogen gas, okay, and removes it from your tank. Look into it. So there's two single best ways I've found, obviously, those two products there, and as well as the one water change a week. I have no issues. Just to show you that I don't have any issues, I was going to do a quick test here on my nitrates. Just to show you that I'm not full of shit. Right, the other thing too, guys, I see a lot of people using some pretty average test kits. I would suggest that you stop using those average test kits and spend a little bit of extra money. It is worth it. I use only Red Sea test kits only. I've had a lot of false readings from other test kits, not from these ones. Again, not about giving anyone a pluck here, but I'm just saying that if you want accurate readings, you should really be using good products. And I've found that Red Sea is the best. I've got to wait 60 seconds to shake this for 60 seconds. So let's just talk about something I saw this morning on one of the groups I'm in. A young lady posted something, I won't say the group and who it was, but it was quite disturbing. Some of the newbies who were getting smashed by some of the older, more experienced guys that should know better. I think it's pretty average, and I'd like to see it stop. Remember, guys, we were all novices once, and questions that someone might be asking today, you may have asked 5, 10, 20 years ago. Doesn't matter. You were a novice once too, just like I was, and I don't really like to see young novice people in this hobby being harassed or made to feel bad because they asked what you might consider a stupid question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. I learn something new every day in this hobby, whether it be from online or whether it be in my own fish room. So yeah, really sad to see, and I hope that stops in that group. The young lady knows who I'm talking about, and I've got a few people in there that I know, and if you check that group, you'll see I made a few comments this morning on how I feel about it. So I'm just about done this, guys. Sorry it's taking so long. Alright, moment of truth. We'll find out just what the nitrates are. Remember, 1 month this tank hasn't had a water change for 1 month. And before anyone calls me a liar, just remember, BRS do similar tests on tanks to get us results so we can learn from them, and we take their word for it when they say how much they're feeding, how much stock's in there, and the results. So I'm going to ask the same of you here, that you trust me that this tank has not had a water change for a month, and I'm about to show you what my nitrates are, okay? And remembering, I feed enough in these tanks to have 6 adult discus in each tank, even though I don't have that now. I have enough, I feed enough every day in these tanks to, because I wanted to know that tanks would take at least a pair of breeding discus in each tank. So I feed enough for 6 at the moment, and I have done ever since I've set it up, which is probably 3 months ago, I think. So that's the initial result there. You can see there it's a little bit pink, okay, or white pink. Remember, no water change, just algae scrubber and anaerobic bacteria, which grows in the right media, okay? Now I'm going to let that sit for up to 4 minutes, but to be quite honest, that will only get less colour in it. You can see it's slightly pink. There's probably 0.02 max in that, okay? That's after 1 month with no water changes. If I was to do a water change every week, that would be zeros all over the place, right? In fact, I think that's actually done. There's very little. If you look at it, that looks pretty clear to me. Put it in the post so you can actually see it. Right, that's next to zeros. Okay, guys, there you go. So that's my little rant over. I hope this has been helpful, or is helpful in the future to anybody. Look, if you've got any questions, I'm in a lot of the pages. My name's Paul Greenfield, so if anyone's got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask or to comment in the comments below. Go check out my YouTube channel too, actually. Cheers.